Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvn RTA by Coil. And yeah, I did another one a few days ago and this is actually going to be a bigger capacity. And in addition, somewhere during the video or towards the end, I've got an extra one. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started and take a look at it. Okay, so here we are with the Marvn RTA by Coil. And I have to tell you, I am really impressed with the atomizers they've been coming out with. I was already impressed with their building tools and their coils and things, but this is just crazy. I mean, the stuff that they're coming out with is awesome. This is the 26 millimeter RTA that they have. It's a 5 mil capacity. If you want to pause that to look at it later, that's fine. Basically, it's a 25 millimeter where the glass section is and 26 millimeter in the deck. It is a clamp style deck and it holds 5 milliliters of e-liquid. Now, I currently have the black version. It does come in black and stainless steel. The stainless steel looks like this. And that's the stainless steel and that's the black. I'm actually going to be giving away the stainless steel, so stay tuned and I'll tell you about how to do that and enter for the free one. And this one, it comes with the user manual. You've got your organic cotton. It's got your little lotto for you to put in. And then it comes with your O-rings and extra screws. They are flathead. And also some coils. So I'm actually going to use these coils. I was really impressed with the coils that I used on the Ray RTA, which is another really great RTA that Coil has come out with. It's actually a 2 milliliter juice capacity, and this one is 5, which honestly is more up my alley. I like the bigger capacity RTAs personally, but that's by preference, not by necessity. And then you've got the extra O-rings and your screws, as I mentioned. And then what I really like, I love when you get an extra glass, because no matter how careful you are, you could be the most careful person ever, you can easily crack one of these. So I do love the fact that they actually give you one. So here we are with the RTA. Let me just move that out of the way so we can take a look at it. Okay, so here's the RTA. It does have the same type of drip tip that the others have. It's really good. You can fit a goon style drip tip in here. It's just, for me, a tiny bit too loose. I mean, it's not loose, but for me, it's just not as snug as that one. But this one feels really good on the lips as well. And then you've got the airflow, which opens on whatever you do on one side does happen on the other. So you can do it wide open, or you can do it fully closed or adjust it. The top, let me show you this. This has that, what was it called? Like the pressurized top. And I really like that. Look at those juice channels, like the juice fill holes. I mean, huge. Yeah, I really love that. Looks like my O-ring is getting a little, no, that's fine. But yeah, so huge channels, huge channels for you to put your liquid down. And it screws on. It's a little bit, because it's brand new, it does squeak, but it doesn't feel like rough or anything, so that's weird. It does have the gold-plated 510, as well as the base itself is also gold-plated. It does say Marvn RTA, and of course this is from Coil. And so it's manufactured by them. Really nice. I really like the look of this. Really like it. It does have the gold on the bottom as well. And then you open it up and it's actually got a clamp style deck, which is there. And then it's got the dome top cap here, or chimney rather. So that's nice, because that's going to give you a lot more flavor because of the fact that it is dome shaped. And then you can change out your glass. You can press on the side here and just pull off the glass and change it. I'm not going to do that because, well, I'm going to fill it. So just going to do that. But here's the deck. It is the clamp style. They are flathead screws. And then these right here are your wicking channels. and then that's your bottom airflow. You do want to be careful that you're not wicking this too much, because if you do put too much, you're going to get dry hip. But if you don't put enough cotton, you are going to get leaking out of the airflow. So you want to be careful with that. So we're going to go ahead and do a build on this. And like I mentioned, we are actually going to be using the coils that they provided because, well, why not? I mean, I'm nobody special. I like their coils. I really do. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to get my flathead screwdriver and then we're going to get started, which of course, here you are. Thank you. Go ahead and loosen these up. If y'all know me, I'm not really a fan of flathead screwdrivers, or screws, but that's just personal preference because actually a lot of people like them. So, but they work great to me. Look at that. See? And then these will raise up. I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that I really, really wish that they would have done is that spring-loaded clamp style, so that once you actually lift up these screws, that the deck would, or the clamps would actually raise on their own. But of course they haven't. Most don't. There's only a few that do. That's just my opinion. I think that I like it better that way. But again, it's all by personal preference. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I'm going to put one on the end and one in the end of this one, so that they're, oops, that one's in that one. And then this one goes in. Come on. There we go. Now they're in there. You see how that is? I've got one on this side of the screw and one on this side of the screw. And I'll just go ahead and push those in and lift that up to hold that. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in the other ones. And the other one's going to go on the same way, but of course we're on the other side. So this is going to go in this one. And then this is going to go in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut them down a little bit because that way they don't hit the other coil. So we're just going to eyeball it and see if this works, just to give it a head start. I actually had one of my subscribers leave me a comment that maybe I should do that to make it a little bit easier on myself. So I figure why not? So there we go. So that one's in there. Just gonna hold it there while I screw down the screws. Get those in there. Okay. Screw down this one, then I'll go ahead and cut the leads on the other ones. Okay, so we got those in there. And just bring this down a little bit and straighten it out. There we go. And let me clip these leads. As soon as I straighten out this one, oops. Pull it out. There we go. Clippers, clippers. Okay. Make sure I hold that so it doesn't go flying. And then get the other one, which of course is going to be just a little bit more difficult because I didn't pre-cut this one. That's okay, I got it. There we go. See how easy that was? Let's pick this up. Make sure there's no other coil in there. No, it's stuck on here. Okay, got it. All right, so let's go ahead and finish straightening out these coils. There we go. I am going to push that over a little bit. I do like them centered over the airflow. Okay, and then this one here. Do the same thing, centered over the airflow. And I do like to double check that my screws are tied down tight after adjusting. And there we go. So we've got those in. This one's just a little bit too low. Let's raise these up. And these are about, I want to say, a 2.5 millimeter diameter coils. My 3 millimeter screwdriver, it doesn't fit in all the way. So yeah, so there we go. How easy was that? I mean, it comes with everything that you need. Organic cotton, coils. The only thing that you don't have is a screwdriver and ceramic tweezers. So let's go ahead and start firing this bad boy up. And then we'll get to wicking. So let me just turn this down. Okay, and start pulsing. Let's see what we get here. I do like the deck. I think it's very, very nice. I personally like the gold around it. I think it looks really, it makes it look very nice. And I couldn't decide whether the black or the silver, so I've got so many stainless steel atomizers that I picked the black one, and the giveaway is going to be for the stainless steel. Oh yeah, they're looking pretty. Let's go ahead and pinch those. Pinch those. I'll take another gander. Come on. I know some people hate doing this part, but this is actually one of my favorite parts to do, is actually getting the coils to glow. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Glowing from the inside out evenly, and they are blue. That is my favorite color. Look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and get some cotton and wick this up. Okay, so for today's cotton, we are actually going to be using my favorite Kendo Vape Cotton Gold Edition. I just cut a piece here. So let me just zoom out a little bit, move that a little bit, and I'm just going to cut this in half. And then we will start wicking it. There we go, a little bit less. Just start twisting. Go ahead and put that in. I want it tight, but not too tight. And then let's get this side. I'm really excited. I love the Ray RTA, but that 2 mil capacity is like, whoo. For me personally, I like a lot more juice capacity so that I'm not having to fill it too often. So there we go. All right, so we've got the both sides. So what I'm gonna do is what I always do is I'm gonna go ahead and comb these out. And comb this one out. And comb this one out. Not too much, not too little. There we go, and then we'll clip them. So I want them to just lay in the channel, but I don't want them to be like deep, like shoved in there. I'm gonna do that. Pull this out just a hair. There we go. And this one, I'm just doing it right to the like base, right there. There we go. Okay, because once they're wet, they are gonna juice up a little bit and get a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna stick these in the channel. But I'm not forcing it. I'm just like laying them in there where it's showing through the bottom, but it's not shoved in. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Just lay it in there. Looks like I'm shoving, but I'm not. Oops, let me stay in the focus. There we go. And we're gonna do this one. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so, oops, I hate these little flyaways. All right, so you can see them in there, but they're not packed, but there should be just enough. This one, I just want to pull over just a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, better. Okay, so let's go ahead and juice her up. And today I've actually got some lemon ecstasy by Adore E-Liquid, but it was given to me in a unicorn bottle, or yeah, one of the travel bottles, because I wanted to try it and I didn't have any. So yeah, let's do that. I love lemon flavors all of a sudden. I never used to, but I do now. And you want to be careful because the airflow is right below these coils. So if you don't catch it, you might get a little bit of liquid in your airflow, but it's not going to be because you're leaking. It's just because you're trying to get your cotton wet in the coil, which is what I do religiously. Even if it's got bottom airflow, I'll wipe it away for a little bit for the first time and just keep going with it, because it's really important to get those wicks saturated within the coil, or you will have, you know, like ramp up time needed, meaning that the cotton inside the coil is not wet, so it's got more of a cotton flavor right at the coil itself. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. All those are nice and saturated. I'm just gonna play with my cotton a little bit, make sure it's a little fluffed out there. Yep, looks that way to me. So we're gonna go ahead and put the cap on now. I'm just gonna put that on. I love that these are so easy. Basically all you gotta do is just screw it back on. There's no juice flow control, nothing like that. I do close down the airflow before I fill it. That's something that you really want to get used to. It's just hard for me to do with my nails. Yeah, because that does minimize the leakage and the pressure and all that. So I do close it. And then we'll go ahead and fill this up. Make sure that's tight. And these are really, really big. Look at that. Oh, yeah. I'm a fan of 5 milliliter juice capacity. Trust me. Let's go ahead and fill that up. Close down the top. And let's go on top and have a vape of the Marvn RTA, 5 milliliter capacity, 26 millimeters diameter on the base, 25 millimeters on the glass. So let's go ahead and go. Okay, so here we are back on top with the Marvn RTA, and I do have it on my Boss V3 Wonder Woman Bucks mod. So I don't have any leaking. I did open up the airflow because we're back on top now. There is no leaking, so that's perfect. Because I thought there might be just a little bit of juice in there because of the fact that I was priming my coils. So we're gonna go ahead and have a vape, and I'm really excited because I get to try this lemon ecstasy as well as this Marvn RTA. That's some good lemon. It's like a lemon, like a lemon pound cake cookie. It's weird because you can taste like a crunch at the end. It's really good. Really good. Oh my God, I'm liking that. So yeah, so no leaking, if you've noticed. As long as you wick it like I showed you, you don't want to thin it out where the coil is because that's when you get leaking in the airflow. Because what happens is that if you don't have enough cotton in the coil, then that cotton is saturated and it's dripping through the coil to go into the airflow to leak out. But if you wick it like I showed you, you will not have any leaking whatsoever. No leaking anywhere. Yeah, and the coils are actually coming out to a 0.16, which is good. I've got it on 64 watts. I didn't even bump that up some. Oh my God, that's really good. Alexander Parker actually sent me that because I said I wanted to try it. I love you, Alex. That shit is good. Oh my God. It just gets better and better the more I'm bumping this up. So yeah, so that is the Marvn RTA. They are $29.99 on coilmaster.net. It's coil-master.net. Again, it does have the 25 millimeter glass. The base is 26 millimeters max. And then you've got your drip tip, which you can use. Here, let me just put on a goon style drip tip for you. Not like I don't have any. Just rid that one off. There we go. And there we go. So it does take the 810s. That's perfectly fine. And we'll take a vape with it. Beautiful. Oh my God, it's so much. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so now on to the giveaway. I have the black one, as you saw down below. I do have this stainless steel one, which the only thing I did was open it so that I can show you the color. I have not used it, have not done anything with it. It's still as new. And I have that for one lucky winner. All I need you to do is be 21 years of age or older. You have to be within the US, and you have to pay the $10 PayPal FDA shipping fee. And yeah, so if you do that, and what I want you to do down below is, I was trying to think of like what you can do for your comment. And what I want you to do is definitely hashtag Marvn RTA. And what I want you to do is tell me like something about what you've learned from vaping. Like if you learn to wick, or you learn to that, you have to know battery safety, or I want to know what you've learned from it, what type of knowledge you've gained since you started vaping. Not necessarily like, something like now, but like when you started vaping compared to now, like what have you learned? I just get curious about my subscribers, and I get curious about my followers, just to learn more about them, like I tried to get them to learn about me. So I don't want to make this too long because I know you want to get going. But yeah, so go ahead and leave that down below. I'll leave it in the description right below this video so that you don't forget what to do. If you do not have both things, the hashtag and the comment, you won't be qualified to be in the giveaway. So just leave something. I don't care if it's small, like you learned that there's different drip tips or something. I just want to learn something about you guys, if that's okay. So again, we've got the Marvn RTA. I'm really a big fan of this, and the flavor is really, really good. The clamp style deck, I'm not into clamp styles. I don't have any, I have all pros. I do have 3 cons. Clamp style deck without the spring load, flat screws, and the clamp style deck. I'm not a fan of clamp style deck, but I do like it better than velocity decks. So does that make sense? So I do like it. I just wish that they were spring loaded, and I'm not a fan of flatheads, but that's just my my opinion. It doesn't make it any better or worse. It's working just great. And I can use a flathead screwdriver, so I don't mind. It's just my preference. I'm talking about my preference and my likes and dislikes. So yeah, so if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below to enter for the giveaway for your Marvn RTA that I have here. Again, it is in the stainless steel. And I am on all social media, Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. And I also now have a Patreon page, which I will leave that information down below. And if you're interested in trying that lemon ecstasy, even though this isn't an Adore e-liquid bottle, I will leave the link down below where you can get it. Yeah, so until the next one, bye.